Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to Ziggyair. It's a beautiful day here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We are at Guarulhos Andre Franco Municipal Airport in Sao Paulo, and we are flying the P180. And I really love this aircraft. It's a fast airplane, and it's really easy to fly manually. It's just very responsive. It's sleek and it is luxurious inside too. So we're gonna take a quick flight into Rio de Janeiro, and we are going to the Santos Dumont Airport there, which is the one that is one of the ones handcrafted in the recent Brazil or the recent World Update for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So it should be a fun flight. We're just gonna get there really fast because this is a fast aircraft, and we will take a look at the Brazil update here and how it looks in 2024. And yeah, we are Ziggyair, and yeah, if you have seen our videos before, you know that we do some different types of videos, informative videos and fun videos, but we also promote organizations like Pilots to the Rescue, which is an organization that flies pets from overcrowded shelters to shelters where they can be adopted. So it would really be helpful if you give us a like or your subscription to help our channel grow, so we can continue to promote this really worthy cause. So I really would appreciate that. Thank you. So let's get started on our flight into Rio de Janeiro. All right, this is a fairly easy aircraft to get started. So we're gonna quickly go through that procedure, and we're gonna get going and go through that whole thing. So let's. I have already some setups here for my view, so we're just gonna come in here. We're gonna make sure the parking brake is set, and we're gonna turn on our battery. We're gonna start the right engine first, so we're gonna turn on our emergency bus, and we're gonna open our right valve, test, and turn on our right fuel pump, and then turn on the starter, and it's gonna watch for an NG of 13% that comes in very quickly, and we're gonna bring in our condition levers to ground idle. We just need the right one. Watch our engine get started here. And usually what happens is that the starter switch goes off quickly, and so we can turn on our generator, and we'll go through the same procedure for our left engine. We make sure that we extinguished all those lights here on the right engine, and we have. We heard that switch go off or turned off. Not yet, so we're still watching that because we need to introduce the fuel here in the ground idle. And that looks good. Switch goes off, and we'll turn on our generator. Okay, so bleed air and hydraulics go on. Stall and pitot heats, and then we will arm the auto feather, and with that we'll turn on our avionics here, and anti-collision lights go to ground, and then we're gonna program our FMC. But before we do that, we're going to be using Beyond APC today. for our ATC service.
Beyond ATC.
And we're going to request our ATIS and then our clearance. The meantime, we're just going to program our FMC here, and hopefully this will work, because sometimes with 2024 with the streamed aircraft, it's just a little bit of a inconsistent performance here in terms of the systems here. What I usually do is I go in and go to the route menu and then go to flight plan recall, and I have created a flight plan in SimBrief, and this usually works, and sometimes it doesn't, but today it's good to go. So we're going to execute that, and then we're going to request our clearance. First of all, let's go to ATIS and check out our weather.
080. Advise on initial contact. You have information Alpha.
Information Alpha. Clearance delivery, Airbus 1123 with you at parking 34, Guarulhos Airport, looking for our clearance to Rio de Janeiro.
Airbus 1123, Guarulhos delivery, expect runway 10 left, Echo 1A departure, Neighbor transition, squawk 1031.
Expect runway 10 left, Echo 1A departure, Nibru transition, squawk 1031, Airbus 1123. I don't know why they call me Airbus 1123 really. Alright, so let's get the
Airbus 1123, read back correct. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for start or taxi.
121.7 when ready for taxi. Airbus 1123. Excellent. Set that. And then
Aeromexico 015 Heavy, Atram 502,
we'll go
request pushback.
take off. And winds
Aeromexico 015 Heavy, Guarulhos ground, pushback approved.
are 90 at 8 knots.
Pushback approved. Face east. Aeromexico 015 Heavy.
Temperature is 24 Celsius. And altimeter is 30.15. Alright, so the runway is dry. And everything else is good, so we're going to send that information to our Guarulhos ground, Airbus 1123 requesting taxi to runway 10 left for IFR departure.
Airbus 1123, runway 10 left, taxi via Sierra Golf, hold short runway 10 right.
Taxi to runway 10 left, taxi via Sierra Golf, hold short or runway 10 right, Airbus 1123. Beautiful day here in Guarulhos Airport in Sao Paulo. So, World Update. This World Update should have addressed some of these issues here that you see over here. The elevations issues. I've been finding that there's still some elevation problems with, for example, like here, you see those bumps, especially on non-handcrafted airports.
Aeromexico 015, heavy, contact Guarulhos Tower 118.4.
You see that very, very
Contact Tower 118.4,
often
Aeromexico
in
015, heavy.
some of these airports here. Let's see how Dumont, the Santos Dumont, the handcrafted one, is looking. But this one is looking pretty choppy here in terms of the. I mean, these are supposed to be trees or rocks. I'm not sure. I think they are trees. We have traffic injection by Beyond ATC, and it's been working pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna hold short here on runway 10 to right. Guarulhos 1, Airbus 1123, waiting to cross runway 10 right.
Airbus 1123, hold short of 10 right. I'll call you back.
Holding short of runway 10 right. So we must be waiting for an aircraft to land, and I can see it right there. So we'll wait for that particular aircraft. Nice landing, a little bit of a exaggerated flare, but not too bad.
Airbus 1123, cross runway 10 right, continue taxi via Gulf.
Cross runway 10 right, continue taxi via Gulf, Airbus 1123.
Airbus 1123, contact Guarulhos Tower 118.4. Bye-bye.
Guarulhos Tower on 118.4, Airbus 1123. Guarulhos Tower, Airbus 1123 at runway 110 left, ready for departure.
Airbus 1123, Guarulhos Tower, wind 110 at 8, runway 10 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 10 left, clear for takeoff, Airbus 1123. Alright, so we're going to max RPMs. Our flaps are set to mid. Auto feather is armed. Our cabin pressure is on auto. Flaps mid. Position lights on. Everything looks good, so let's get going. We are going to make sure that trim is in the green. And let's get going. Power is set. P1 rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Turn 819 for Ave, head for departure, runway 10 left.
TAM 819 for heavy, runway 10 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 10 left, turn 819 for Ave.
Keep getting that inner marker.
TAM 819
All
for
right,
heavy,
so
Guarulhos Tower, wind 110
let's set
at
the
8, runway
autopilot
10 left,
on.
cleared for takeoff.
Runway
runway 10 left, cleared
Yo,
for takeoff,
damper.
turn 819 for Ave.
Heading
Airbus
straight.
1123, contact Sao Paulo control 119.15.
And we are going to VS to our altitude of 13,000. Contact Sao Paulo control at 119.15, Airbus 1123. Sao Paulo control, Airbus 1123, passing 7,600 for flight level 130.
Airbus 1123, Sao Paulo control, identified climb to flight level 120.
Climb to flight level 120, Airbus 1123.
1123, contact Brasilia Center 126.15, have a good day.
Contact Brasilia Center 126.15. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, so this should be a quick flight and things will happen very quickly here. And we will wait until for our approach to program our approach on our FMC here. So if we look at our legs here, we have discontinuity here. We don't have an approach yet set, so our last waypoint is Kivum, and then we will receive those instructions from ATC and we will program our approach here. Beautiful day here in eastern Brazil, and the world update looks pretty nice. Very smooth here. That's what I've been finding so far, that I haven't had any issues with, crossing my fingers, I haven't had any issues with this update here, and with any crashes or stuttering or anything like that. There's a update for the driver, for NVIDIA drivers, and I haven't done that yet. I'm using the old driver here, but it's working great, so I don't want to mess with it. And so far it's really nice and smooth. You can see, just very nice and smooth.
3642, Brasilia Center radar contact, climb to flight level 370.
It's one thing about Brazil here, especially on the eastern coast between, you know, Sao Paulo and Rio, and then all along the east coast of Brazil. Just beautiful scenery, beaches and towns along the way. Alright, let's check on our flight plan here, and we can go ahead and request ready for this thing.
Airbus 1123, Brasilia Center, expect Sao Paulo Alpha, runway 20 left.
Well, there you are. It's they were ahead of me here. Expect the ASL 1 Alpha, runway 20 left, Airbus 1123. Alright, let's program that. Arrival.
Brasilia Center, Azul 4089, descending Didos P1 Bravo, flight level 302.
Azul 4089,
We'll do
Brasilia
an
Center,
RNAV
identified.
E.
Azul 4089, contact Sao Paulo information approach 131.825.
And then that's going to be vectors, and we'll execute
Contact
that.
São Paulo information approach 131.825 e Azul
I'll check on the
4089.
discontinuity here, and we'll erase that. and execute.
Airbus 1123, Alpha 1 Alpha, runway 20 left, descend to flight level 110.
Acela 1 Alpha, runway 20 left, descend to flight level 110, Airbus 1123. Alright, 110.
Smartbird 3817, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, Smartbird 3817.
Airbus 1123, contact Rio Control 124, decimal 905.
Rio Control on 124.95, Airbus 1123. So far, beyond ATC is...
Negative Rio Control on 124 decimal 905.
I was going to say so far it's screaming great, so I thought I said 124.95, but... Contact Rio Control on 124.95, Airbus 1123. Maybe I said it wrong, I don't know.
Negative Rio Control on 124 decimal 905.
See, here we go. Rio Control on 124.95, Airbus 1123. I thought I said it correctly, but it's the first time. It's giving me a hard time.
Rio Control, Azul 605 flight level 0, Linux having with information uniform.
Rio Control, Airbus 1123 with you at flight level 080.
Airbus 1123, Rio Control K and H1017, expect the RNAV echo runway 20 left with the J-LOC transition.
QNH 1017, expect the RNAV E, runway 2 left with the J-LOC transition, Airbus 1123. Alright, so we are set.
Negative, runway 20 left.
Runway 20 left, Airbus 1123.
Airbus 1123, clear direct Galut, cross Galut at or above 6,000 feet, cleared RNAV echo runway 20 left.
Clear direct Galut, cross Galut at or above 6,000, clear RNAV E, runway 20 left, Airbus 1123.
6,000 feet, cleared RNAV echo runway 20 left.
Beautiful views here of Rio.
6,000 feet. Clear RNAV echo runway 20 left, Azul 605
And our next altitude is 1980, but we are on VNAV path, so we should be good.
Airbus 1123, contact Rio Tower 118.7.
Rio Tower on 118.7, Airbus 1123. Rio Tower, Airbus 1123 with you at 3,000.
Airbus 1123, Rio Tower, wind
Full
135
flaps.
at 10, runway 20 left, cleared to land.
Runway 20 left, clear to land, Airbus 1123. Alright, we can see the airport right in front of us. It's a little bit too high here, so we're just going to make sure we are on our approach here. Alright, it's 20 left. We're just going to get lined up here. Look at all those ships here. Up, it's a little bit off the path here. We can correct that. Just a little bit low too. We can correct that. A little bit of stuttering here. Oh yeah, it's probably because this is a handcrafted airport. All right, reverse thrusts.
Airbus 1123. Exit next available taxiway.
Ah, just missed that one. Exit next available taxiway, Airbus 1123. Alright, this one is fine.
Contact Rio Control 1 to 4 decimal number 5, Azul 605
Alright, let's cross that. We didn't get any instructions, so we'll just cross that.
Airbus 1123. Contact ground 121.7.
Ground on 121.7, Airbus 1123. I was a little disappointed with that stuttering there at the airport. It was just so nice and smooth. Santos Dumont ground, Airbus 1123, request taxi to assigned ramp.
Airbus 1123, ramp 31, taxi via Delta Juliet.
Ramp 31, taxi via Delta Juliet, Airbus 1123. All right, my friends, Ziggyair, thank you for staying with us. Remember, Ziggyair is best in the air. Ziggyair will get you there, my friends. I don't make this stuff up. I'm only told what to say. See you on the next one.